Open Heavens Daily Devotional, written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Today, Tuesday, April 15, 2025. Topic: The Law of Harvest. Memory verse: Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Bible reading: 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 6 to 11. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly, or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that ye, always having all sufficiency in all things, may abound to every good work. As it is written, He hath dispersed abroad, He hath given to the poor, His righteousness remaineth forever. Now he that ministereth seed to the sower, both minister bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness, being enriched in everything to all bountifulness, which causeth through us thanksgiving to God. Today's message: one of my sons was in a church service, and the Lord told him to give an offering of 1,000 naira, which was a lot of money in those days. He said, "Get behind me, Satan." And God replied, "It is not Satan, it is me, and I am not going anywhere." He kept trying to silence the voice that spoke to him, but the voice persisted. At last, he decided to give 500 naira, just in case it was God. The next week, a woman came to his office and gave him 50,000 naira. He was excited because it was a lot of money. As the woman was leaving, she turned back and said, "Sir, I'm sorry, but I have to confess this. I was actually supposed to give you 100,000 naira, but something came up and I had to spend 50,000 naira out of it." Immediately he heard that, his excitement vanished. He realized that God wanted him to reap a harvest of 100,000 naira, but he only sowed half of the seed that was required. When we sow something little, we will reap something little in return. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. The harvest of a farmer who sows on hectares of land cannot be compared to that of a farmer who sows on a small piece of land in his backyard. Wise farmers reserve their best crops for sowing because they know that the quality of the seed is a major determinant of the quality of the harvest. Only foolish fellows eat the best of their seeds. Whenever God blesses you, He puts the seed for the next season and the bread for the present season in that blessing. Always recognize your seed and sow it. Seeds can be in the form of actions, service, or words. In 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 8 to 10, the great woman of Shunem sowed the seed of kindness to Elisha, and she reaped a bountiful harvest. Her decision to set aside a space for the man of God to rest whenever he passed by her town was a seed that yielded multiple harvests. First, she reaped a harvest of fruitfulness after a long period of barrenness. Then, she reaped a harvest of resurrection when her son suddenly died and was resurrected. Lastly, she reaped a harvest of miraculous restoration after returning to her city following a 7-year famine to find that her land and house had been taken over. 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 8 to 37, and chapter 8, verses 1 to 6. I decree that all your good seeds will yield bountiful harvests in Jesus' name. Action point: plant a seed of kindness in somebody's life today. A blessed morning to you, and welcome to another new day. It shall be a fruitful and fulfilling day for you in Jesus' name. Join us for Hour of Revelation and Prayer Service every Wednesday at 6 p.m. A time of refreshing also awaits you every Sunday at 9 a.m. as you attend our Sunday worship service. Our hymn for today is hymn 30, When We Walk with the Lord. Be inspired as you listen in Jesus' mighty name. Kindly like and share so that others can be blessed. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell.
When we walk with the Lord in the light of His Word, what a glory He sheds on our way. While we do His good will, He abides with us still, and with all who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Not a shadow can rise, not a cloud in the skies, but His smile quickly drives it away. Not a doubt nor a fear, not a sigh nor a tear can abide while we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Not a burden we bear, not a sorrow we share, but our toil He doth richly repay. Not a grief nor a loss, not a frown nor a cross, but is blessed if we trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. But we never can prove the delights of His love until all on the altar we lay. For the favor He shows and the joy He bestows are for those who will trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey. Then in fellowship sweet we will sit at His feet, or we'll walk by His side in the way. What He says we will do, where He sends we will go. Never fear, only trust and obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust and obey.